Yo, back again. Working on volume 4 slowly but surely, one day at a time, getting closer and closer. In some ways, I feel like it's moving smooth. In other ways, I feel like it should be done already. I'm not moving as fast as I could. Good thing I checked this. Oh, I would have been angry. I continue to speak about this. Make sure you add your layers. There's nothing worse than inking an entire page only to find out you didn't add that inking layer on. I wonder if anyone else has experienced this plight. If you have, let me know. Tell me your horror stories with layers. So finished chain gun, working on Bloody Knuckles. I got most of Bloody Knuckles figured out. I gotta figure out kind of like the final 2-3 scenes. It's really a lot. It shouldn't be. So I gotta cut something. Make it economic. It's weird doing something like this kind of warms up the hand before I draw. And also did something in my sketchbook. I got this mechanical pencil with red lead. I wanted to test it out because I'm working on a different title. Not to give these up. I'm gonna be doing everything at the same time. I don't know why. I love doing that. But the other title's gonna be done by hand. I just feel compelled to do that. But I'm gonna finish these books on the iPad to keep it consistent. And if you're following me, I know you notice that the work on the iPad continues to get better. And I'm gonna strive to push and just make sure that we see a steady progression with this work. Oops. was just watching remake of Evangelion, the first one. You Are Not Alone. And then, but before that, I was watching that new Gundam series. I think it's made by the maker of Evangelion. I forget his name. And we're kind of waiting to see if it has that Evangelion magic. It seems, it's a well-produced show. And so far, the writing for it is pretty good. Gundam is, I don't want to say unique, but as far as like giant robot mecha, not every Gundam series is like that, but a lot of them like get really political, down somewhat existential. And, I find that interesting. I grew up on Star Trek, and I'm really more of a fan of like the Next Generation instead of the original Star Trek. With Jean-Luc. Being a diplomat, going through space. And Gundam isn't, I wouldn't say it's like Star Trek. But it is in a way that, as a space opera, they take it seriously. And so the politics of Gundam are taken seriously. As far as like a space colony that wants independence from Earth, even though the setting is in space and you're dealing with satellite colonies, it's not a foreign concept where you got a dominant nation and then it has colonies, and the colonies want to separate and become independent. And historically, that's usually done through warfare. And so a lot of Gundam series don't shy away from that, even though sometimes they focus on other things like hope and love and friendship and except for like the original Gundam series, like we rarely see like the resolution of all out war. Actually, a lot of Gundam series, like, they deal with like the fallout or the aftermath of the war. Like this new Gundam series is kind of dealing with the aftermath of a conflict between Earth and the space colonies. And I want to see where they're going to go with it. Sometimes when you're dealing with all that, it can always be hit or miss. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Like I always say, excuse the silence. You know, kind of getting in the zone a little bit. Always gonna tell me how long I've been recording. I gotta start keeping track. I'm gonna stop making these hour-long videos and start keeping it short. I don't know why I've been avoiding like getting some software to help me edit, because then I could just cut my videos short with the editing process. I'm gonna fix that. Okay. Okay, this is turning out. Pop this back in here. I'm probably gonna hop off after I finish this panel. Like I said, I don't want to make these too long. I'm gonna continue recording, make this a part 2. Then I'm gonna finish these 2 panels in the next one. Oh, let me see. Just little stuff like that makes me happy. Okay. I'm gonna sign off for now. I'm gonna keep going. See you guys later. Look out for part 1 and 2 of this.